How many of you guys remember that commercial that said, Calgon, take me away? It was usually showed a mother that was stressed out with things around the house, children running around, her house an absolute mess. Did you know that in Psalm 54, starting with verse 4, David is showing us his vulnerability here. He's showing us that he too, not just once, more than once, had been in a place that he just wanted to go away. He just wanted to have one of those Calgon moments, so to speak. I'm going to read this to you because I know that a lot of us go through these types of situations, and the important thing is not to get stuck and wallow in this state of, I don't want to say depression, in this state of chaos. Maybe it is. It could be depression as well. But we're called to be something greater than our problems. So let me read this. And Psalm 54 verse 4 says, my heart is severely pained within me. Have you ever been in that situation where you're just torn, completely torn? It's severely pained within me, he said, and the terrors of death have fallen upon me. For people that have been diagnosed with illnesses that the doctors say, hey, there's no way you're not going to make it through this, or those that may have been in an accident of some sort and death is knocking at their door. This is a state that David was in a lot of the times. He was constantly running from the enemy. The enemy always encompassed him around. And so this is coming from a very humble heart, from the heart of a warrior. He was definitely a man of war. But look at his vulnerability. Look at his humility here. Look at how he shares this. He says, fearfulness and trembling have come upon me, and horror has overwhelmed me. That's pretty intense for a man of war, one that was very strong, right? To come to that point where he says that horror has overwhelmed him. He says, so I said, oh, that I had wings like a dove. I would fly away and be at rest. Indeed, I would wander off and remain in the wilderness. Now, we all know that the Lord was his strong tower, right? We all have read the book of Psalms, and we've all read how he pled his case to the courts of heaven. But there's times where even people that are very strong in the Lord are able to come to a place of humility and say, man, I am torn right now. My heart is ripped in two. I am going through tremendous trial, especially for those that are suffering from, illnesses of sorts. We have to remember, and like he said, I wish if I could only be a dove, I would fly away. That is a tremendous, stressful situation that David was in, and he was a strong man of God. So I want us to remember that it's there's seasons for different times in our lives, and the Bible talks about that. There's a season for war, there's a season for joy, there's a season for death, and I'm saying it in different orders. I understand that, but the point is, it's okay to let your guard down before the Lord. It's okay to come to a place of humility and say, God, I need your help right now. I don't know how to handle this situation. It doesn't show that you're any less of a Christian. It doesn't show that you are a weak person. It shows that you are humble, right? That you operate in humility, which is one of the characteristics that Christ is drawn to, one of the characteristics that we're supposed to walk in. And this is what, those people that come to our church, they know I'm the first to say I am humble enough to admit my errors or my mistakes. I'm humble enough to say that I stumbled in this area, because I don't ever want people to think that being a Christian is too far off. Like I cannot come close to being like him or her. Being a Christian simply means that we completely submit ourselves unto the will of God. It means that, yes, we are human, but we're also humble enough to say, God, I'm hurting. I need help. Lord, I need strength in this area. God, I am under so much pressure that even now I feel that I wish I was a dove to fly away. It's okay to show your vulnerability to the Lord, the King of Kings, because he already knows your heart, and to those that you know are going to pray for you, those that you can come to with whatever it is that you're dealing with, knowing that they're going to lift you up in prayer. So I just want you to know, for those of you that are suffering, those of you that are broken in spirit, those of you that have received a bad report, I want you to know that there is a place of refuge, and it is found, at the feet of Christ. It is found through prayer, and the Lord wants to redeem you. He wants to lift you up. He wants you to rise up, brush off your shoulders, and just go at it again. He is there to deliver you from those trials that you go through. And I want you to know that it's important for us to come to that place of humility so that you too can minister to those that are in need, those that are broken, that need the love of the Father. God bless you. I hope that this ministered to you. And again, you are not forsaken. You might feel like you've fallen. You might feel that your heart is beyond repair, but you're not alone. You're not forsaken. Christ is your high tower. He's the one that's going to give you the strength that you need to take you up to the next level. God bless you guys. We'll see you next time.